Hello YouTube, this is gbay99 and today I'll be giving you guys a gameplay commentary on Aurelia. Sorry if my voice sounds off a little bit, I got a bit of a nasty cold. Tell me if you guys like this video though. If you really enjoy it, I may make this a regular weekly thing. Recently, I've been looking into starting up a stream for those of you interested. You can take these commentaries and start to get a good feel of what that stream will be like. I'll give plenty of info, answer questions, maybe play some games with you guys, and occasionally talk about things other than League. For instance, other big releases like maybe Halo 4, or Dota, or world events, or whatever you want to talk about. The only big difference is I'll have plenty of good music on the stream, and I listen to a wide range of music. EDM, drum and bass, classical, hardstyle, gypsy punk, ska, Irish, jazz, progressive trance, swing, indie, alternative, house, and many, many more. Tell me if that sounds like something you guys would be interested in the comments below. Quick side note, I now have a Facebook and Twitter. If you guys could follow me on those, I'd very much appreciate it. I'll be using them to help get feedback and steer this channel in the right direction. For instance, I may have a poll on Facebook about which stream service I should use, ask you on Twitter which champion I should play next, or ask you guys if you have any good ideas for a specific video that you think I should make. There's links in the description if you'd like to check those out. But anyway, on to Aurelia. One thing to note about Aurelia, and most top laners, at least before the Season 3 item changes, is you should generally start boots 3 potions, then go guard your jungler, and then at 125 press B to back and buy a 4th potion. This can give you a pretty decent advantage over your lane opponent if he doesn't do this. You'll have more sustain and more health overall in the laning phase. One of the nice things about Aurelia is that because her Q gives you a mana refund and refreshes the cooldown every time you kill a creep, or champion for that matter, you can last hit under your tower extremely well. You don't have to be a 2k elo to do it. I'm letting Lee push all the way up to my tower while losing little to no CS, and because he's only level 3, Cho's able to come in and get an easy gank. Now I don't blow my Q right away, so we force a flash, and I still pick up the kill without blowing my flash or ignite or anything. Generally, a good rule of thumb for Aurelia is that you don't want to blow your Q if you don't have to. Always try to walk up and stun them first. Aurelia's basic harassment combo is stunning with her E into W and auto-attacking as much as you can. Either before your W wears off or once they get out of range, finish off by Qing to them. Your Q will deal the true damage from your W and any other on-hit effects. If you combo this right after an auto-attack, you can burst them for a decent amount of damage. This Lee Sin is playing and building fairly passively, so I'm unable to pick up a kill here. However, I'm able to get a general idea of what his mindset is, and I'm prepared to try and use that to my advantage later on. No matter how an event turns out in League, you should always try and gain some information about it and think about how you can use that later in the game. Manipulating your Q on Aurelia is very important. Right there I Q to the minion which refreshes the cooldown and gets me in range for a stun. I pop my ulti while Qing to him again and almost kill him, but right there he ults me away. Now in an instance like this, you shouldn't look at it as a loss. Yes, I didn't pick up the kill, but now I can have an easier opportunity to kill him later on. He doesn't have his ultimate up, and if I wait until he, uses another ability, then he won't have that up either. And he'll only have a couple options for escape. Now I misplay this a bit. I probably could have queued to that minion right there and killed him, but I was a little afraid of the tower. In the end though, he comes a little too close and wastes his shield. Now notice that as I Q to him, I also get a free auto attack. Even though he walks out of range, my animation already started, so I'm still able to pick up the kill. When playing against champions like Lee Sin who have escapes or other defensive abilities, you should always try to go right in after they use one. Here I get greedy. I don't bother waiting till he has more health than me for my stun, and I only get a slow. Because I also didn't wait for him to use his W to a minion earlier, he's able to shield himself at the beginning of the engagement, mitigating some damage, ulting me away, and get a final shield saving him from my ignite. If I waited until he used his W before, he wouldn't have gotten 2 shields off, been able to negate so much damage, and I would have picked up my 3rd kill for the game. One thing that everyone should always try and do is not get too overconfident from a small lead. I'm CSing well, but I only have a 2-kill advantage on Lee. I feel like I'm outplaying him enough though to dive him twice without a ward. I even have a ward in my inventory, but I'm too greedy to just go put it down. I want to kill Lee first. Because of my greed, I end up getting ganked without any prior knowledge. Lee and Shyvana chase me. And although TF is able to TP in, it's still a 2v2 and I have to stick around or else he'd get killed. I almost make it out alive, but Lee lands a nice Q and ends up killing me before TF ends up picking off Lee. A 1-for-1 would have been pretty good considering the circumstances, but TF stays around a bit too long and Teemo ends up coming in and picking up the kill. My team is doing extremely well, so I'm able to split push quite far and put a lot of pressure on top. However, I mess up again and I don't replace my ward when it dies. Because of this, all three of them are able to come and kill me, and my greed makes me end up wasting flash. However, it's not the end of the world. I'm still able to keep enough of them top for my team to have done dragon in that time. I'm still doing quite well compared to my opponent though. I've learned my lesson about warding and I'm about to steal their blue and pick up a kill on Lee when the enemy surrenders. Despite some goofy mistakes this game, we still end up winning pretty handedly. Sorry again for the sick voice. If you guys are interested in another gameplay video, tell me which champion you'd like to see in the comments. I could go another champion I know well like Ari or Yorick, or I could go a champion that you don't see very often like Kha'Zix, Karma, or Poppy. I have a new video about identifying your mistakes coming out Friday, so stay tuned. In the meantime, enjoy the new patch, watch IPL 5, follow my Facebook and Twitter, and have a wonderful day.